Hi guys, and welcome to yet another very exciting Adobe After Effects tutorial. And in this tutorial we are going to make modern clean titles which you can use for title openers and also for lower thirds in your videos. So let's get started. I'm going to make a new composition. I'm going to name it title animation. The aspect ratio, you can have anything. It doesn't matter that much, but I would like you to suggest that you keep the frame rate above 30. That way, if you follow along with my video and create your animation, then our animation would also be of the same quality or the same type. So animation, I would like to suggest having 30 frames per second, and the duration of the video is 10 seconds is more than enough. Background color does not matter, because we can make our own background color later on, and also we are going to use transparency. So click OK. Once that's done, I'm going to select the rectangle tool and make a rectangle shape like this. Turn off its stroke color and change the opacity, the fill color to something pinkish that I had used. Okay, little subdued pink or like this one. Click OK. Okay, once it's created, go to Windows and turn on the align panel. Okay, once the align panel is on, click on it twice, so it is our shape layer is right in the center of our composition, like so. Okay, now select the text layer or type tool and click OK somewhere in the composition, and write any text that you want to animate on, your name or the video or some information about it. I'm just going to write graphic design. Okay, like so. As I just said, you guys can name anything. As I just said, you guys can have any font. I'm using Montserrat, and I'm also using the style bold, and it depends on your composition and the size of the text and font, at what size you want. I'm going to make this text as big so that it fits correctly inside our shape layer. I think it's looking good. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little and select the anchor point. Anchor point is for positioning your shapes or text or whatever shape layer that you have selected. To center it right in the middle, I'm going to double click on it. It's going to center it right in the middle of it. Okay, now I'm going to select our shape layer and our text layer, both of them. I'm going to open my align panel again and center them both exactly in the middle of it. To check it, I'm going to turn on the title action save. Yes, they are right in the middle. Okay, now I'm going just to select the shape layer and click on the P key on the keyboard and give its position animation. But before doing that, I'm going to go to the anchor point and place its anchor point on the left side. If you hold on the control key, it's going to snap to its position. Although you can do it manually also, it's not that hard. Okay, once that's done, actually we are not going to animate its position, I want to animate its scale. Okay, click on the S key on the keyboard and click on the stopwatch icon, like so. But before animating it, or changing its property, click on this chain icon, so both the width and the height properties will be independent of each other, because we just want to animate one property and not bother the other one. Okay, now select the width side property, this one, and change it to 0 on the first keyframe. Make sure your current time indicator is on the first keyframe, and now then move about 1 second forward. 1-2 frame does not matter, and change this property back to 100. So this animation will look something like this. Okay, it's looking good. Now we are going to animate our text layer. Once this shape layer is started animating, place your title or text to one side of it. Okay, select it first. Okay, right in about halfway is good. Okay, and now click on the P key on the keyboard and click on the stopwatch for the position, and this position is okay. But once this animation is completed of the shape layer, we also want it to come back right all the way to its original position from where it started here. Okay, so it's going to look like this. The shape layer is coming from the left side to the right side, and the text layer is coming from the right side to the left. But we don't want it to be visible at this point when the shape layer is not completed. So what we are going to do is we are going to come to the 13th frame time at the time layer, and we are going to make another shape out of a rectangle shape, and we are going to make sure that it covers our entire text layer like so. When it's done, the color does not matter because it's going to be invisible in a little bit anyway. Okay, and we are going to click on the P key again on the keyboard and give its position also animation. Okay, at 13 frame this position is okay. Now go to the 1 second mark and change its position from left to right so that it animates out of the screen like so. Okay, now at the moment it is visible, but we don't want it to be visible. What we want it to do is hide our text layer. To do that, go to select your text layer and change its track mate to alpha inverted mate. Now what it's going to do is it's going to hide every place this shape layer is overlapping your text layer. It's hiding it, it's masking it. So now at this time our text layer is totally invisible, but once it's moving out of that second shape layer, it starts to get visible. So this sort of animation will be created. Okay, once that's done, put your current time indicator on this animation when this animation is ending, and go to the layer panel menu and select or create a new layer. We are going to make null object layer. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little and place our null object right at this corner so that I know exactly where our animation starts and where it ends. I'm going to click on the P key again to bring up the position property of the null object. Click on its stopwatch, move about 20 seconds forward. I think 20 seconds is okay, and bring it down a little like so. Now place this null object at its beginning position again. That's an important point. You should not place it here. Now we are going to attach our first layer to the null object. To do that, it's very easy. You can use the pick whip. Here it's attached to the null object or any other layer, but I'm going to just simply click on this menu here and change its orientation or attachment to null one. Okay, now what it's going to do is once our shape is animated from here, it's going to move down with our null object because our null object is animating from the 1 second mark to about 20 frames forward downwards here. But I don't want it actually to move down that much, so I'm just going to change the property of the null object, and I just want it to move a little bit. Okay, this position is okay. So this is our animation. Okay, so I'm going to hide the null object also. We do not need its visibility because it's just a placeholder. At this position I'm going to make another shape layer. Make sure that everything is deselected by clicking somewhere that no shape is selected, and then click on the a rectangle tool. The star next to your cursor, it indicates now you are going to be making a shape. If the star is not visible, then you have selected any of these shapes and you are making a mask. You do not want to make a mask, you want to make a shape. Now hold down the shift key so the ratios are constant, and we are going to make a shape like this. Change its color from pink to white, like so. Okay, and to make sure its anchor point is right in the middle, select the anchor point. It's already in the middle, but I am just trying to stress or tell you guys, make sure that it is in the middle by double clicking on it while holding the control key. Now place it right here in the middle of your shape layer. Okay, now we are going to give it some animation. Click on the R key on the okay, now we are going to give it some rotation animation on the 1 second 21 frame mark, or I think we are going to go back a little. Okay, here, so our animation, this shape layer animation is not completed, so we are going to click on the rotation stopwatch icon and then move about 20 frames. 20 frames is like this much. Okay, and give it about half a circle rotation. That would be 180 degrees, not a full one. Full rotation, that will be 360 degrees. We just need half of a rotation because that's more than enough for here our purposes. Okay, we are going to go to the 1 second 14 frames mark again and hold the shift key and click on the S key on the keyboard. That's going to reveal the scale properties. Also, I'm going to click on the stopwatch icon and change its value to 0 because we don't want it to be visible once our shape layer is coming down, and then go down to the 2 second 5 frame mark and change its value to 100. So now the benefit of doing that is now that our shape layer is coming into being from 0 scale and animating, getting visible, and also it's rotating. Okay, like that. Once on this position, hold on the shift key and click on the P key on the keyboard and the position values will be visible. And now we are going to change its position and we're going to move this from the center to one side of it. Click on the stopwatch icon and then move on to about 1 second forward, I think, and move it to this side. You can do it with the videos, or you can just hold the shape and drag it to the one side. Make sure that it does not exceed this your shape layer. You can go it a little bit more here. Okay, so it's going to scale up, rotate, and then move to this side. Okay, I think it's looking good. Once that's doing, or it's in the middle, we want to reveal our seeking text from it. Okay, now to do that, deselect everything, select the type tool again and write another letter or another text. I'm going to write lower third. Make sure its anchor point is also in the middle, and now bring it down. Make sure it is of the same size as our this shape. Okay, it's almost the same size. I think just a little bit more lower. I think now it's of the same size. Okay, maybe we can make it a little more shorter. Okay, now this shape layer needs to be on this side while our square shape is animating from this side. Okay, so we are going to animate this position. Click on the P key on the keyboard, click on the stopwatch icon and move to about the same position where our square shape animation is ending, and move this text layer to this side. Okay, so this is our all animation now looking like. Okay, but we do not want it to be visible just like the previous text. We want to hide it by making a mask layer for it. So to do that, deselect everything and come down to this keyframe or 2-second 21 frame mark in your layer panel. Now we are going to mask this text layer also. Click on the rectangular tool and make a shape over it like so, and bring its position values, and by clicking Q on the keyboard, click on the stopwatch icon and go to the end of this animation where the text is revealing and move this shape to the left side like so. Okay, now select your second text layer and change its strike mate to alpha inverted mate again. Now if what it's going to do is hiding the shape, but once this shape layer or square shape is move past it, it's going to reveal it. So now let's check our all animation from beginning. Okay, our lower third is complete almost. We are going to just make one more adjustment to it, and we are going to make while this shape is revealing or text is revealing, deselect everything, select the pen tool to zoom in a little and make a stroke right here, all the shift keys so the lines are straight. Like so. Turn off the fill color and give the stroke about the size of 3. I think 3 is okay, we're looking good. Okay, so now select your last shape layer which has only stroke of it, and open its properties or contents and click on this add button. It reveals more properties which can be animated and used in for different purposes. One day I'm going to make a full video for it and teach you all these properties. At the moment we just need the trim path. Click on the trim path and open the trim path properties and click on the stopwatch icon for the end property. At the moment its end point is 100%. Click on stopwatch and make it 0 and move your current time indicator to about 3 seconds for 15 frames or 16 frames and make this video 100%. Okay, I'll select both of these keyframes and click the F9 on the keyboard to make them easy ease, and go to the graph editor, select both of them and pull on this handle a little like this. The benefit of doing this is that in the beginning the stroke animation will be faster and it's going to ease out or slow down. The graph editor animation properties are a little complex, so I'm not going to explain them totally here, but in the future I can have a whole dedicated video for it or a whole course because it's a very big topic. Just follow at the moment what I had done. So this is how the animation will look like as the lower thirds or the second text is revealing. So the stroke is also animated from the left side to the right side. So now let's check all of our animation from beginning to end. Now every text that is revealed on the screen, it needs to go back and disappear, and doing that is really easy. we are going to select all of our layers in the layer panel. Make sure you select from the top to bottom so the sequence will be the same in the pre-composition layer. Now right click on it and pre-compose these. I'm going to name it beginning because it's the beginning of our lower third or title animation. Click OK. Move all attributes into the new composition. Okay, once that's done, at 3 seconds 15 or 16 frame, our animation is concluded. Move the current time indicator to about 5 second mark or somewhere in this place, right? So, and select your layer and go to edit and split layer. You can also do this with the control shortcut, control plus shift plus D, and the shapes will be cut like this. Select on the top layer and delete it by hitting delete key on the keyboard, and now select the shape layer again, the pre-composed layer again, and hit control D so it will make a duplicate of it. Now place the second layer at the end of the first layer like so, and I'm going to zoom in so I can place it exactly at the position I want. And now right click on this second layer and go to time reverse layer. Now what it's going to do is, first of all, it's going to reveal our text animation like this, and in the same second layer it's going to hide it. Okay, the whole animation is going in the reverse sequence. So I hope you guys like it, this animation. It was I hope not very complicated, and I explained it in the correct way also. By the way, you can use this as a title opener or lower third. I'm going to place this video footage that I imported from my hard drive and place it in my composition here like so, and I'm going to select both of my pre-composed layers and right click on them and pre-compose them once again, and I'm going to call them lower thirds. And now once it's lower thirds, I'm going to select them. Actually, I'm going to turn off the title action safe. We don't require it anymore. Okay, select your lower thirds and place it in the corner of your animation. You can of course scale them down if you don't want them to be so big. Okay, so once the video is started, it reveals in the lower thirds, and then it animates on, and then it hides again, and the animation is completed. Okay, I hope you guys like this animation, and you guys can now make your own lower thirds. In the future, I will be making more lower thirds in the title openers. You know, some people just made a whole careers out of this, and they are earning money on different sites like Envoto market and stuff just by selling lower thirds. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of other title openers and title animations and also lower third animations. So I hope you guys like it, and I once again apologize for the voice and audio quality because I'm brand new to this and I just need your love and support so that I can keep making on these videos, and in the future I hope my audio and video quality will improve much more. Until then, that time, please bear with me and forgive me for any inconvenience that I might have caused you. Thanks and bye for now.